Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited today to show you my most recent junk journals that I created for the fall season. There is going to be 2 of them available in the shop, and these will be on sale tomorrow, Saturday, September 28th at noon Eastern, so 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to go ahead and show you, kind of do a flip through of both of them to kind of show you them. Plus I have a bonus journal that I wanted to show you that's actually available in the shop right now. I kind of pushed it up towards the top of the shop because I really think it's it's not necessarily a fall journal, but it has a lot of fall colors in it and things that you could use for your fall memories. And it's a journal I created, I think last year, but it's a hardcover journal, and it's kind of more involved and everything, but it's like one of my favorites that I've made. So I wanted to do another flip through of that one really quick, just as kind of a reminder of what it looks like and everything. So let's go ahead and get started with these two. First, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name's Heidi, and I run Blue Scallop Creations Etsy shop. And in the shop, I create junk journals that include a lot of vintage items, and I like vintage pieces, vintage paper items, and I prefer kind of the years maybe from 1950s to 1980s through the 1980s. I love any type of paper I can get my hands on that is from that time. So stationery, stickers, labels, workbooks, cookbooks, recipe cards, all those kind of things I love to include in the journals. And you've seen probably some of my videos where I show my studio space where I keep these things stored, and it's so much fun to just go through everything and kind of put together ephemera packs to have in the shop as well that include a lot of these great vintage items. But these journals are my favorite to do. They are a little more time consuming, but they are definitely worth it because each one, even though they may be they may be the same in some ways, there's a lot of love put into all of them. So I really take the time to kind of figure out what would look best in each book, and the types of vintage pieces I want to include. So it's definitely a labor of love, but I enjoy it so much. And I get a lot of joy out of creating these, and I love that you love them too. And I appreciate all of my customers, everybody who has bought things from the shop and written me wonderful reviews. I really appreciate it. And it makes me just so happy to do this. It's just very enjoyable. So I'll go ahead and get started with this first book. These books I've created from advertising cookbooklets from the 1950s. So these are the little books you might see from your grandmother's house, they were used for advertising. So advertising flour, rice, pudding, jello, those types of foods. And I think they were free in supermarkets, and you could pick one up and get ideas. They had a ton of recipes in them, but I love them for all the colorful photos and the great images of all the food that's put into them. So I really love the covers. So I use the covers as my journal covers, and then inside I put all kinds of fun vintage items. So this one is from the Fleischmann yeast company. And so it's got the Fleischmann's yeast on the front of it, which I think is so funny because I think the yeast packet still looks like this today. I don't bake bread that much, but but when I've needed packets of yeast, it still looks the same, which I love. It's like comforting. It kind of stayed the same like that. But this is a great cover. It's got all kinds of different breads on it, and then kind of a country little cupboard thing here, which I thought it doesn't have fall leaves on it or anything like that, but it kind of has the essence of fall, like baking bread and cakes and using your apples up to make recipes. So I thought this was kind of fun for a fall journal cover. And then the back is just some advertising here. And then I just kind of decorated the spine with some little ribbon border and some gingham. And then I still have to trim this down, but this is removable, this ribbon here. But since these kind of stay open, I'm using this ribbon as kind of a closure. So I'm gonna, this will arrive tied in a bow, but you can always remove it if you want to. And then I also include a canvas not a canvas bag, but it's kind of like a muslin bag or like a cloth bag that fits the journal, so you can keep it free from dust and getting dirty and that kind of thing if you want to kind of put it away for a while. So let's go ahead and open up the front. So I try to keep this sort of fall themed. I use a ton of October afternoon papers. I think I said in my last video, I'm pretty much out of fall October afternoon. I have a couple of sheets left, but not a ton. And I don't know, maybe enough to make one more journal, but I'm not sure. If I kind of use scraps and things like that, maybe. But so this is great. It's got, I think it's apple cider is the October afternoon collection of papers. And then I also mix in a lot of October afternoon, the older collections. They have fall colors in them, like yellows and reds and oranges. So I kind of pull from those too. So like really old ones like Thrift Shop and Fly a Kite and that kind of thing, Sidewalks. There's some things that are mixed in here too. So you will see that. But and each journal, like if you want to give it for a gift, I have a little write-up that I actually got the idea from Pam at the Paper Outpost. She had recommended, writing a little piece of paper that's got, how you could use the journal. So I will include that in the opening pocket here as well. That just kind of explains to somebody how you could use the journal if they're not sure of what a junk journal is. But in this first pocket here, so this journal is more pages for writing, and it's not as decorated. And I included just a lot of ephemera pieces that you can kind of add yourself. If you have other ephemera packs that you want to add and decorate the journal, you can do that too. It's kind of whatever you want to do with this. It's up to you. But I did include some really great vintage things. I've got drink labels. I've got these. These are some Denison stickers. Both of the journals have a set of these. And then just I kind of followed, the colors of fall. So I grabbed some vintage things like this TV repair tag. It's brown, so I thought it would go well with fall. And then playing cards and things like that kind of have animals on them, flora and fauna, that kind of thing. And then as you go into the book, I've got more pockets. This one has a little kind of journaling pocket thing here, which I have some vintage items. I don't want to pull everything out, but you'll get some recipe cards too. The Betty Crocker recipe cards. I tried to find ones that are more kind of fall related, pumpkins and fall cooking and that kind of thing. So you'll get a couple of those in here. And then all the pages are vintage ledger paper, payroll sheets, that kind of thing. I also have a catalog sheet. This is from a fall Sears catalog that's kind of sort of fall seeming furniture. So I have that in there, just something fun to look at. And then just more pages here. Recipe page too, that's kind of fall related. This is great. I also like lots of different textures of paper. So this is kind of a crinkly cheese paper, unused, but it's from the Brookfield Cheese Company. I found a big pack of these when I was shopping one time, vintage, and I love these for kind of that little crinkly thing you can add to journals. And then some vintage stationery, and then there's a little section here for cooking. So I kind of put some recipe cards and some blank recipe cards and some other little labels and things in that pocket. There's a little Halloween section too, just with a couple of things I put. This is a vintage trick-or-treat bag. I think this is from the early 80s. And then a flashcard, kind of whatever I had that was Halloween related. Again, I don't have a ton of it. I do have a couple of ephemera packs left in the shop that are Halloween and fall too. So there are some of the things in here are kind of the same as those, but then there's also different things in the ephemera pack. So I kind of used what I had. And then just a floral page that kind of has something to do with fall. And then more recipes here. This is actually one of the pages from the inside of the advertising cookbooklets. So this one was for the bread one. And then a little apple recipe here. I love this washi tape. This isn't vintage, but I just love it. It has the vintage cake advertising on it. So I thought this was really cute. I think I got this from Kitty Weedy Paper Crafts shop. And this washi tape is really cute. And then just a little Halloween, piece of paper from, this is Witch Hazel from October Afternoon. And then I found a calendar page from 1982 that I included too. So you could write down some memories on these, the calendar numbers here if you wanted to, depending on, what you want to keep track of during this season. So just more, this is kind of the back of all the other pages. And then a Halloween recipe, or a Halloween invitation that kind of opens out like that. And actually, I made kind of a little pocket here too. So if you have some like thinner things, you could stick them in here as well. More ephemera, just kind of tucked into this little belly band here. Tally card, just kind of all fall related, or kind of fall colors mostly. This is a vintage milk cap, vintage stationery card here. And a lot of this stuff you can move around too. If you want to move it throughout the book, take it out, put other things in, it's all up to you. Here's the back of I love this furniture. This is, and it happens to say Salem Square on it too, which I thought was kind of fun for Halloween. But this is from that Sears catalog. And then this Quizmo card here I made into a little corner pocket, so you could put some extra journaling things in here. So that's always a good little tuck spot. And then just some more recipe page, and then another place to do some journaling. And then the last page is kind of stuffed full of a lot of just fun little bits and pieces. They're kind of fall related. I found these really interesting flashcards that are for music, learning music. And it's not really fall, but I thought maybe this is kind of like, when if you start up piano lessons in the fall or something like that, it's kind of like a school related thing. So I thought this card was kind of fun. And the back just has a note on it to name and locate the note on the keyboard. So I thought that was fun. Plus, both of the journals each have a strawberry shortcake game card. This is from a strawberry shortcake. I think it's kind of like a gin rummy game or something like that. But it had all the little like fruits and things on it. It's from 1979, so that's the back of it. But it had the green apples, so I thought that was perfect for fall. And then a little playing card. This is a little maple tree playing card here. And then just extra pockets. You can put your own stuff in here. I've just included some little postcards, things to write on. So that is this first one. So this is the bread journal. So, and then the second one is the pie journal, and this has mostly the same stuff in it. It's just maybe laid out a little bit differently because it's a little bit bigger. I'll have the measurements too. I have to put those on the listing. But this journal is a little bit bigger than the other one, a little bit wider. So I had to kind of arrange things a little bit differently. But this one will include a yellow ribbon. And then inside is also a little bit different paper too. This is also from the apple cider collection from October Afternoon. Just more fun little ephemera pieces in here, kind of like the other one. Little pocket. And then this, I have a bingo card that I turned into a little corner pocket here. And I just have some fun labels and recipe cards and things like that tucked in there. Just some more, these pages, kind of the same as the other one. I've got the cheese page too. A little book page with some fall flora and fauna on it. This is another little page from the bread advertising booklet. And then this is another apple recipe for apple coffee cake. So this was from an apple-shaped little cookbook that I found that was vintage. I'm not sure what year it was from, but I just liked it because the pages were shaped like an apple. And then just some more recipes, recipe cards, labels, that kind of thing for cooking. And then this is the little Halloween section. I've got the little vintage bag in here, little pocket there, some vintage stationery, Sears catalog page with some other kind of fall colored furniture, kind of the reds and the browns, lots of wood. And then all these pages most of these pages are vintage ledger paper, graph paper. Some of them, like this dot grid paper, is more modern, but I know people like the dot grid to do different types of journaling on, so I thought that's a good thing to add. Here's a little Halloween section again, and then another calendar page from 1982, October. You can write your memories down, more blank pages to write on. And then this also includes the Halloween party invitation. And then some more recipes, stationery card, just some other little kind of recipe pages. This is for little preserves and canning. And then another little tuck spot with some little ephemera pieces there, some things to write on. And then this is the last page that just kind of includes the same thing as the other journal, just some labels and cards and lots of pockets here that you can add your own things to as well. So these are these two. So again, these will be available Saturday the 28th at noon Eastern time. And then just real quick, I wanted to show you this hardcover journal that I currently have in the shop. And this is available now if you wanted to take a look at this. This I created out of a children's school book. And it's a little more involved. So obviously the price point is going to be a little bit different than the softcover books. Because I created my own spine with it and kind of, made it wider and that kind of thing. But I love this journal, and it's just got a little strawberry charm on it. I'll just go through it really quick. I do have a previous video that I did doing a flip through, but this just has, lots of pockets, and it's kind of decorated already. So there's not much you have to do with it. I made a little cluster envelope here. You can put things in. And then this is the little card I was telling you about, where it talks about how you can use the journal. So that would be included in all the other journals as well. Just little tuck spots with fun little, it's kind of a garden themed journal with sort of the colors are darker, lots of reds and browns. So that's why I was thinking this might be good for fall. There's a catalog page in here. So it's not as bright. It's like a summer journal, but like it has these flowers in it that I thought kind of have a fall look to them. This is kind of a secret journaling card here. You can open it up and kind of write your own things in it if you want. Lots of writing pages, lots of October afternoon, vintage papers, stationery, lots of greens and reds and kind of this kind of vintage cream color. So I thought that's very fall seeming. I did a lot of cluster embellishment things on here too. So, and then you get an Aunt Martha transfer envelope too that you can put, secret journaling in or something. And then more fun little stationery. And then this is just another little journaling thing that opens up. And then vintage greeting cards, dishes, pocket that I created with a vintage decals. And then there's also I kind of created this little bookmark in here that it kind of moves around. So if you want to mark your spot in the journal, you can. There's little flip outs here. I did like a lot of interactive things in this journal too. So, but more recipe cards, And this one has 4 signatures. The other ones only have 2 signatures. So this is a lot bigger. So there's a lot more stuff in it. But I love these clocks too. This is kind of a fall feel as well. So this one just goes on and on, but I love it. Lots to look through. Some onion skin paper, which I love. So lots of vintage stuff in here. Lots of places to write. So a journal like this would make a wonderful gift for somebody too. And this is just some more journaling here with some cluster pockets. This would make a great gift too. If somebody that likes to maybe keep track of, things that their grandkids say, like a little quote book, or, you write down recipes, happy memories that you have. There's so many things you can do with this. But just to keep this in mind too, if you're looking for, maybe a more involved journal, this is available right now. So definitely go over and check everything out in the shop. I have a few fall things left over, so those are available too. And again, these will be on sale tomorrow at 12 noon. Be sure to follow the shop, and then you will get a reminder. And I will, you'll just get, once I pop it in the shop at noon, you'll get the reminder in the shop, and then you can go in if you're interested in taking a look. So thanks again for joining me today, and I'll see you in my next video.